Welcome everybody. Trying this again because earlier phone got too hot, lost service, so and then my wife called, so I was like, I'll just wait until I get off the phone with her to start again. Now that I'm at a red light and I'm stopped, safely able to start it back. So I got about 2 hours left to drive, 138 miles gone. I've gone about 75 miles since I started towards North Carolina. So I am hopefully going to take y'all along for the ride for the rest of the 2 hours that I'm down there. And then once I get loaded up, I will go live again and pretty much drive the rest of the day. So we're live now, so on this wonderful Tuesday day, like afternoonish time. It's 12:36 where I'm at Eastern Standard Time. I don't really like the camera angle that y'all are at right now, but there's nothing I can do to fix it. I'll fix it the next stop before I go live again. So I might be a little shaky, but if you get car sick, you can leave the stream. You don't have to watch it. I know earlier when I went live, so hopefully it's pushing out to everybody that I'm going live and y'all can see it. But we're back in Colonial Heights right now. Just traveling through Colonial Heights to get on 95 to head south down towards North Carolina. Literally, the spot that I parked at last night that y'all saw was literally a minute to the left. Not very far at all. So, but I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Here in Virginia, like I said, I'm in Colonial Heights, Virginia again. It is 82 degrees. It is very hot now. The sun's high up in the sky, so it's very hot, but I got the AC cranked. Hopefully wherever you're at, it's comfortable and not real hot. And that beeping, I said it yesterday on my live stream, beeping is because the car in front of me is going slower than me. I gain on them, so I'm gonna try to not have that happen. But there'll probably be a little bit of beeping in my audio, so try not to let it happen. And hopefully I can keep pretty decent service all the way down to North Carolina, so y'all can get an uninterrupted stream. Should have it where even if I lose a little bit of service, it should just buffer for a minute and then come back. But if you can also let me know now how the video and audio is, that'd be awesome. If I'm coming through loud and clear on the audio, and if the video is coming through decently. Plus, I found an app that I can use to read the chat to me. So I'm very curious to see if it will read it to me. I don't know if I got it where it works or not. So, if any of y'all want to send me anything in the chat, just so I can check it, it'd be awesome. Actually, I wanted to say, I don't know if she's on here or not, but Mama Bear, thank you for subscribing to my channel. I saw that you subscribed. I'm now up to 53 subscribers on my channel. And I want to appreciate everybody else that has subscribed to my channel. I very, truly appreciate it. Never thought that I'd ever get to 50 subscribers, let alone 53, and be able to live stream like I am. But without you all, I cannot do what I do with my YouTube channel, so I appreciate it all. Thank you very much. Hopefully y'all enjoy the ride from Virginia to North Carolina. I've been to North Carolina quite a few times. It's pretty there. It's pretty here in Virginia. I think the whole country in itself is pretty. Now, granted, I've not been to every state, but I've been to 6 of them. So, one over half. I've been as far west as Salt Lake City, Utah, and as far south as Mississippi, and far north as New Jersey, and the upper peninsula of Michigan. I've seen quite a bit of it. Now, does anybody out there know the state slogan for Virginia? If you do, comment it. I'll tell you if you're right or not. I know it. Now don't cheat and look it up though. No cheating. If you don't know it, just take a wild guess. There's the exit. 85 South. Towards Durham. A lot of people probably not jumping in here because I did not get back on Discord or anything and send out notifications that I was going live. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully it got pushed out there and people are getting the notification that I'm live. I might end up moving you all to my other mount that I have up here, a little bit higher, a little bit farther over, but maybe in a better position. Get out of all these turns and out on the straight and open highway. Pick y'all up real quick and put y'all on the other mountain. Alright, hold on. Yeah, we got football. There we go. That's better. Now you're not going to be all bouncing around there. Is that better? That look better? y'all won't get car sick. Actually, never been in a big truck, rode in a big truck in real life. And if you did, what kind of truck was it? I've been in 3 different kinds of trucks myself. Right now, what I'm driving is a 2022 International. But I've been in 2020 Freightliner Cascadia, and pretty sure it's a 2020 or 2021 Kenworth T680. Which I like my Kenworths. A lot of people like Peterbilt. I'm a KW. Hopefully I got it fixed. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I got it fixed and more people start filing in, grabbing a seat. I got plenty of room here in the truck for everybody to ride. Come on, grab a seat. Buckle up. Too close behind you. Don't ever want to ride right on a motorcycle. I'm saying for them, especially. I always want to give them space. Welcome in, welcome in. Grab you a seat, buckle up, and be safe. Unless it's law, you gotta buckle up. I got snacks and drinks in the back, in the fridge. Help yourself. Right now we're in Petersburg, Virginia, for anybody who wants to know. Got Got about 2 hours to drive till we get to Durham, North Carolina, where I'm picking up at. And it's 82 degrees. Bright and sunny sky. Beautiful day. Been asking how the audio is, nobody's answering, so if anybody can answer me, that'd be awesome. Let me know how the audio is. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for coming and watching, riding along. Hopefully I don't make the car sick or scare you or anything. Trying to go live earlier, but the phone got hot. Durham is 120 miles, so I got 125 miles till I get to my destination. So come on in and grab your seat, buckle up, and let's have a conversation. Grab some phone. Everybody likes to ride in silence. I don't have my music fixed yet, so I can play my music that I've created in the background. I'll try to work on that though. One thing I like about here in Virginia is off to the left, all the trees. One, it's a split highway. Or two, all of the trees in the middle are just, I like it. It's beautiful. You don't see that really that much in Kentucky, where I'm from. But, actually on 64, they're cutting down a lot of the trees in the median. I don't know why, but they are. I'm glad they haven't done it here. It's nice. I like it. During the gaming stuff, I noticed Dust Bunny 54 was streaming earlier. Don't think she's streaming now. Hopefully she jumps in here at some point. Makes an appearance. And maybe old gamers Lane and Wayne, they might jump in. I don't know what they're up to today, or if they're feeling up to it. I know Wayne was a little under the weather earlier, or the other day. And then there's some other people that follow me pretty regularly. Texas Ginger Girl, I know Sandra, I know she's working. Rob, I don't know what Rob's doing. It'd be nice if he'd jump in. John Deere, jump in. You know, he's at home, he's not working. I don't know what he's doing. An hour and 49 minutes left to go. I can put everybody in here. I got a rest stop coming up. I might pull over or pull in and let everybody know on Discord real quick. I'm live. Jump in. I don't know if I'll pause or not. Video or not. Hopefully not. We'll see. I'll pull in this rest area. Kind of see the rest area. Dinwiddie, Virginia, where I'm at. Dinwiddie. D-I-N-W-I-D-D-I-E. So not even Dinwiddie, it's Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie, Virginia. I've been through here, but I've never paid attention to the name, so it's a strange one, I'll say that. What's the craziest kind of name that you've heard of a town? Dinwiddie probably is up there, top 5 for me. I've seen quite a few places. I've been quite a few places, I should say. Let's pull up here real quick. Notify everybody, because I don't know if YouTube pushed it out there or not. Hang with me for 1 second. See if this continues. Alright, I'm back. I had to let everybody know. Alright. Take off again. I'd let everybody know it's not going to be a fun. I'd let everybody know it's not going to be a fun stream if nobody's in here talking. Ghost Boy, how you doing, sir? Yes, you are. You're always first. Everybody's streaming, sir. Everybody's streaming. How you doing? I'm out here in Dinwiddie, Virginia. Just leaving the rest stop. Hopefully you're doing good today, Ghost. Yeah, there we go. I knew if I went on Discord and told everybody I was live, y'all would start coming in. Hello, Miss Lisa. Grab y'all's seat and buckle in. Enjoy the ride. I guess Ghost, since she was first, you can have shotgun. I got about an hour and 45 minutes left to drive until I get to Durham, North Carolina, about 118 miles. So I get to my pickup. There's the sign for Dinwiddie. D-I-N-W-I-D-D-I-E. That's how I think it's said. If it's not said that way, I don't know how to say it correctly, but that's how I'm saying it. I was actually asking a while ago, before everybody jumped on here, what's the craziest city name or town name that you've heard? Has anybody ever been to this part of Virginia? Or to Virginia, period? Hope everybody's enjoying their Tuesday. Also, if y'all can, how's the audio and video quality? Always try to do a check, so y'all can let me know that. barely hear me on the audio. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know if it's hold on. That's probably why. It's not coming through my headset. I don't know why. I'll have to fix that for another stream. Because it should come through. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can disconnect and reconnect. Can y'all hear me better now? Or is it still the same? Also, Miss Lisa, what 2 states have you not been to? Alaska and Hawaii? Alright, so it's better. I'll just have to yell at my phone, I guess. Which is fine, I can do that. Hold on one second. I might have another solution. That worked better or worse? I switched over to another headset, hoping that it'll connect. Y'all let me know how that works, if it's better or not. Seems a little bit better. That's good. And this is I figured it was Alaska and Hawaii since they're not connected. I've been to 26 states myself. I've been as far west as Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah, to be exact. As far north as North Dakota and Upper Peninsula of Michigan and New Jersey. Far south of Mississippi. I've been everywhere in between there. And that's just in a big truck. I've been to other states outside of a big truck. I've been to, never been to Florida in a big truck, but I've been to Florida in real life, or outside of a big truck. Actually, it's probably about the whole state. Beautiful country. I love going traveling in more of the country. Virginia here is beautiful. I love the trees on the left side in between the road. Miss Lisa, if you've been to all 48 continental states, out of all of them, besides Texas, because I know you love Texas, which one's your favorite? I know you love Texas. Besides Texas, any other states? anybody else out there, what is y'all's favorite state that y'all have ever been to, or a state y'all want to go to and visit? Miss Lisa, my wife wants to go there and Montana. I kind of want to go. I want to come to Texas. I've been to Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, but I never left it, so I don't consider myself ever been to Texas. I just flew into the airport and sat at the airport for 6 hours, and then flew out of the airport. Never left it. Never went out of the terminal. So I don't consider myself have been to Texas. But I like Colorado too. I'd like to go there. Wyoming was really pretty. I liked it. And of course, Salt Lake City, Utah was pretty. Dropping down out of the mountains. Yes, I know, Rob. I know. I don't say it right. Well, if you want to know Fred, if you want to know anything about that state, Rob lives in that state. That's why he makes fun of me because I don't say it correctly. That's why I'm not going to say it again. Welcome, Rob. Welcome, Fred and Lisa and everybody. Grab you a seat and buckle in. Snacks and drinks in the refrigerator. So you live at the bottom of the state, don't you? Down there by the Gulf? Yeah, Fred, I think she's down there by the Gulf of Mexico. I don't know if she's closer to, I don't know if she's east or west. You know, I was going to say Corpus Christi, but I wasn't sure. I've seen, I used to watch Lone Star Law, which is game wardens down in Texas, and there's, they did some episodes in Corpus Christi. It looks beautiful down there. I'd love to come down there and see that area. I know the camera doesn't do it justice. It's probably more beautiful than what it was on TV, but it is beautiful looking on TV. No wonder you love it down there. I would too if it was that beautiful. Now, Miss Lisa, are you a big seafood eater? Since you live on the coast? I know a lot of people down in Texas are big, well, they talk about steaks and eating a lot of meat, but I would think the people down on the coast would eat a lot of seafood as well. No, you're not a big seafood eater? I figured you would be down there on the coast with all the seafood that comes in. Okay, I'm back. Yes, I lost the list. Okay. I'm back. Went through a little bit of a dead spot. I'm just glad it reconnects and doesn't end the stream and have to make it. And this list, I get the seafood, like the fishy taste and stuff. Me and my youngest, we tried lobster, like red lobster. Didn't really care for it. Yes sir, I'm back. Yes ma'am. Just all yours, Miss Lisa. I'm back. Back again. I might lose connection every once in a while and buffer. But I'll come back. Trust me. I'm determined. I do not give up. Lisa, is there any cool places down there in Corpus Christi? That is fun to do? Any like entertainment places down there? Yes, this Dust Bunny pushes that motto all the time. Never give up. Which I was kind of wondering. I thought Miss Dust Bunny jump in here after her live stream, which it's fine that she's not. I figured she would have. There's Miss Dust Bunny. I was just talking about you. Her ears burning. I don't like haunted stuff, so I'm like Miss Dust Bunny. I don't like scary stuff. I like the happy, go joy stuff. See, your ears are burning because he's talking about you. And about the Dust Bunny motto, never giving up. He's also talking about everybody, how many states everybody's been to. Fred, I'm headed towards North Carolina. I'm southbound towards North Carolina. I'm in Warfield, Virginia right now. I started in Newport News. And I'm in Warfield now. 99 miles from my destination, about an hour and a half. I will try to live stream all the way down to my destination. And then once I get there, I'll end my live stream. I'll go back live when I get loaded and back on the road. I'm also going to try to figure out my audio to make it better. I'm on 85 South, which I don't know if a lot of people know this. If you watched my live stream yesterday, you do. But odd numbered interstates are north and south, even are east and west. Most of the time. Not all, but most of the time. I love the highways out here in Virginia. I love how they split them and put trees down the middle of them. It's beautiful. But I know on Interstate 64 out here in Virginia, they're cutting all the trees down. I think they're cutting them all down and they're going to widen the interstate, make it more lanes. Which sucks because I love trees and we need trees, but I guess they need bigger highways too. I figured since I don't go to North Carolina very often that I would take y'all along for the ride so y'all can see. Because this is actually a surprise to me. I wasn't supposed to make this trip, but another truck driver is supposed to pick up this load broke down, and I'm the closest one to it, so they send me out here to go pick it up. Which I don't mind. It's extra money for me. I just hope it doesn't slow me down too much on my next route. My second layer. Miss Lisa, is it hot down there where you're at on the coast? I would imagine so. It's probably kind of like what I have here. It's 81 degrees here where I'm at. I'm not on the coast anymore, but I was closer to the coast now. Y'all in a different spot, but y'all bouncing around a lot, so I think I'll move y'all up a little bit. Everybody's doing good out there. This stuff's when you had a really good stream. What I could hear of it. I'll have to go back and watch it. Have a good day there, Fred. Try not to let it beat so much. Say it's 90 degrees. At least that's warm. Humidity of 103. You can keep that down there, Miss Lisa. I'll be fine with my 81 degrees up here. I got the AC cranking. I need to get my music that I made on here playing in the background. I don't have a way to do that right now. I found out how to do it. I have my music playing in the background, so it won't be too bad. Hopefully I can make this drive pretty decent. Didn't have no coffee this morning. I'm a little tired. probably. No, Miss Lisa, you can keep it. Send it to Miss Dustman. She'll like it. I'll take some coffee though, Miss Lisa. If you got any coffee, I'll take that. So actually, it's past noon down there. So don't you say you drink coffee until noon and then you're done? I don't know what the humidity out here is, but like I said, my truck says 81. I don't know what the real feel is, but you can keep that at 103 degrees. Keep that. Thank you, Miss Sister. Thank you. Got a way station coming up in about 5 miles. If I get pulled in, I can teach y'all about way stations. If I don't get pulled in, then it's kind of hard to teach y'all. I can tell you about it, but I don't really show you. We'll see if we get pulled in or not. Now, Miss Lisa, how cold does it get down there in the wintertime? I imagine it doesn't get too cold, but it's probably not 100 some degrees either. Roads are a little rough down here. They're actually not too bad. I've been through, go to Michigan, the roads are really bad in Michigan. They're also really bad in Illinois too. Especially I-80 going out towards Iowa. The roads are, the I-80 is horrible going out there. That and 294 that goes around Chicago is bad. You're good, Miss Dustman. You're good. I know you're a busy woman, probably stream hopping, trying to figure something out. Well, that sound means I get to bypass the skill house, so I can't teach y'all today about the skill house, but maybe another time. Yes, Miss Lisa is keeping me entertained, giving me a conversation. It's good. Without conversation, I'd just be sitting here either in dead silence or just sitting here being bored and making weird noises. And I don't want to hear that. So. So this company I've been driving for actually 2 years, July 10th. So my 2-year mark's coming up here soon. And they've been really good to me, so I won't go anywhere else. When they say they want to be part of your family, they mean it. A lot of companies are like, oh yeah, we're family oriented and we want to be part of your family stuff, and then do nothing for your family. They only care about the driver, or they don't care about the driver at all. The company I work for, they when they say they want to be part of the family, they actually mean it. They, like my kids on their birthdays, my company will send them birthday presents, send flowers to my wife for anniversary present, send her a card on her birthday. They're actually this month, later this month, they are sending us to an amusement park. Me and my kids and my wife are all going to the amusement park about an hour from the house. They're paying for our tickets, giving us bracelets to get free drinks all day, paying for our parking, and they'll give us gift cards to use inside the park. So, and they do like a lunch, big banquet lunch for all the drivers and their families that come. I like it. I won't go anywhere else. I just wish they'd give me a different truck. I'm starting to have problems with this truck. Hopefully they upgrade me soon. This one doesn't have very many miles on it. It has 290,157 miles on it. Hopefully they upgrade me here soon. It'd be nice if they give me a full-size Freightliner Cascadia. I know this, so that's why I said it. I won't leave this company unless I either go and start my own company, my own truck and stuff, or I find something better. Which is going to be hard to do because they pay me decent and they do everything that they do for my family. So, and I'm home every weekend. It's guaranteed. This company is a home every weekend company on every account. Which is another plus. The last company I worked for, and the first company I worked for, they tried to say we are family, but did nothing for our family. They only did stuff for the drivers, which was nice, but I was on the road, or I was away from home for 2 weeks at a time. I'd go home for 2 or 3 days, but they didn't really do anything for the family side. So, which they was a good company. I was making more money with the other company, but the account they had with Dollar General they lost, So it was either I had to go work for Dollar General directly or go to another account that was local, making way less money than what I was making. So I just had to find a different company. And luckily I came upon this company I was with. It's between this one and another one. Both of them sounded good, but I'm glad I went with this one. Everybody I work with, our problems with them, they respect me and treat me like I should be treated. So, it's good. I like it. I just don't like that they have our trucks governed at 65 miles an hour. But I'm used to it because the whole time I've been driving, for the most part, I've been governed at 65 miles an hour. There's one company I worked for about a month. I was at 68. I was also a T680 that I loved. That truck was massive, but I love it. I'll focus there for a minute. But yeah, this company, like the only downside from this company is it's a small truck. They don't give us full stickers, but that's okay. I'll take that for everything else they do for us. I'll take that. So this account that I'm working for with this company, we get $150 food allowance every year too, which I've never had another company do that for me either. Offer to pay for my work meals, and they give us, I think, like $150 to $200 every year to order uniforms from Centos. We can go in there and order shirts and jackets and stuff and have them customized and sent to us. And they pay, as long as it's not over our allowance, they pay for it 100%. Not too bad. So Durham is now 73 miles away. I have 78 miles to go till I get to my destination, which is Durham, North Carolina. About an hour and 12 minutes until I get there. And for the day, the total day, I have 6 hours and 52 minutes left to drive out of my 11 hours that I get allotted every day to drive. We'll be doing a lot of driving today. Which I guess I could tell y'all a little bit about that. My wife does not work. My wife, well, she does work. She has one of the most important jobs that anybody could ever have. That is being a housewife. She takes care of the house, takes care of the kids. She actually homeschools our two boys that we have. So her job is way harder than mine. she she works way harder than I do. I could not do what she does. I'm truly blessed and grateful for what she does. She also takes care of making sure all the bills are paid and make sure I have everything I need on the truck. Make sure I have everything packed before I leave and I have everything I need. She doesn't have an actual like go out somewhere as a work job, but being a homemaker or a housewife is one of the hardest jobs I believe out there. And then on top of that, she's also the teacher of our two stubborn kids who don't like to do schoolwork. So. Yeah, my oldest was born in 2017, February 2017. My wife has not worked since Christmas Eve, December 24th of 2016. So almost 7 years now. No, not 7 years. Almost 9 years now. She has not worked. But that was one of her dreams. She told me when we was talking before we started dating. She told me one of her dreams was that when she had kids, she didn't work, she stayed home and raised the kids the way that she wanted them raised, or the way that we wanted them raised. So, and she wanted to build a house on her mother-in-law, or her mother's farm that she grew up on, and a couple other dreams that I can't remember them all, but she didn't get to build a farm or build a house on the farm, so I told her the one so I told her she would never have to go back to work if she don't want to. And there's been, over the years, there's been people that's tried to be like, well, you need to go back to work so he doesn't have to work so hard and everything. But I tell him she doesn't have jobs the money to pay the bills. No, she does not work an actual job, but she has the hardest job in the world. So she'll tell you, she raises 2 boys during the week, and then her third child comes home on the weekend. So I tell her I'm not her third child. She says that I am. But I owe all my success in my career. If it wasn't for my wife, I would have never been to go get I would have never had the courage or the confidence to be able to pass it myself. Because I went through an accelerated course when I did my CDL. The company that I got hired with, they had a 10-day schooling to get your CDL. So I went up to Indiana, got up there, started school, I think February 9th. After I did all my paperwork and all my processing through, I started school on February 9th. And February 19th, I got my CDL. Out with, I think, about 10 or 12 people. Got down to 10 people. And then we got down to 7 people. By the time It was, by the time the day to take the test came around, it was down to 7 people. And out of the 7 people, only 4 people passed their test the first time. And I was one of those 4 people. And then after that, only 2 people passed their test. No, 1 person passed their test. 2 people did not pass their test. But my wife, I told her, I said, I don't know if I can pass the test and everything. She's like, you'll pass it the first time. I said, don't say that, because I don't want to disappoint you. She's like, no, you got this, you'll pass it. And she was right. I passed it the first time. So without her, I would not be where I'm at in my life. I would not have a house, a decent house, or 2 decent vehicles, or everything that we have. I would not have it without my wife in my life. I'm very truly blessed to have her. She keeps me on my toes. Plus, I think my wife also told me that if I did not pass my CDL test to got the CDL, that I'd be in trouble when I got home. So she made sure that I studied and made sure that I knew everything I was supposed to know to go into the test and pass it. And since I've gotten my CDL and I've traveled the country, but my wife has come to see me in truck stops every once in a while with the kids. You know, when I was in training, I got sent from northern Indiana up by Lake Michigan. Got sent all the way down to which riding a Greyhound bus sucks. I will never do. From Kentucky up to Indiana, and from Indiana all the way down to Georgia. I'm pretty sure I was asleep at the time, so a little bit of hard on the way down there. But during training, like I said, I left my house February 4th, and I was gone. I didn't get back home until the end of March. My wife came down around her birthday, which was beginning of March. My trainer wife could come down with the kids and come see me. So they came down, picked me up at the Love's truck stop that I was at there in White House, Tennessee. And picked me up, took me down to Nashville, the mall there in Nashville. We went and ate at the Rainforest Cafe. Which Rainforest Cafe, I highly recommend it. Went there. It was late by the time we got done there, the mall was closing. So my wife had a hotel in Nashville. My sister-in-law came down with her. But so I drove my wife and my kids to the hotel. My sister-in-law followed behind us. Spent a little bit of time with them in the hotel room, and then when it was time for them to go to bed, I got a lift that took me back up to my truck, which was I think about an hour long or so. And then got up early the next morning and delivered in Nashville. And then she came up to. Then I worked up in Indiana. I worked in Westville, Indiana, out of the Dollar General distribution center up there. She came up there for a weekend, her and the boys, and we went to the beach and everything. And granted, we stayed on the truck that weekend. My wife will tell you she'll never sleep on a truck again. She's like, it's not comfortable at all. The vibrations and everything. I told her, I was like, the vibrations, to me, just, they put me to sleep. But And actually, she's planning on coming up to Michigan since I've run up there on my second leg. She's coming up there to visit me. We're going to stay in Grand Rapids, looking around up there. Because my wife, before she moved out of her parents' house, she never really went to a different state. And after she moved out, she went to Florida. That's about it. She's never really been anywhere else. So she wants to travel. So I told her, I was like, anytime I go anywhere, just see where I'm at, see if you can come see me. You can travel and see different states. This fall, we're coming out here to North Carolina, because I'm about to cross into North Carolina. But we're coming out here to North Carolina this fall, and she'll get to come to a different state. And she wants to travel like to South Dakota. The state that Rob lives in is Colorado. I don't say it correctly. Colorado. She wants to travel, which I do too. If I could buy my own semi-truck and have her and the boys just jump on and travel with me, I would. But nowadays, it's not, you don't make what you need to make nowadays. The freight prices are low and the fuel prices are high. So, welcome to North Carolina. North Carolina, I think it's a beautiful state. I think every state's beautiful in its own way. So I asked earlier if anybody knew the state slogan for Virginia. And now I'm going to ask, does anybody know the state slogan for North Carolina? I know the one for Virginia. I do not know the one for North Carolina. I probably just saw it on the sign back there, and I could probably find it, but I don't know what the North Carolina state slogan is. Like Kentucky's is a bluegrass state. I don't know. I don't know where. I don't know North Carolina. Good talk for that. But like West Virginia is almost heaven. Michigan's is pure Michigan. Virginia's is Virginia's for lovers. I don't know North Carolina, so if you know North Carolina, I would love to know. Taking this to that place is in Colorado. Nice, Rob. It's probably beautiful out there too. Rob, how far are you from, is Yellowstone in Colorado? Or is that Wyoming? I'm not real sure. But if it's in Colorado, how far are you from Yellowstone? I'm pretty sure that's in Colorado. Yeah, see, I've never been there, so I don't know. I've been to Wyoming though. I went through the middle of it. Took I-80 from east to west over to Salt Lake City. So, new question, Rob. How far are you? Like, are you in like central Colorado, or like northern, south, east, or west? Is the Grand Canyon in Colorado, or is that in a different state too? Because if it is, then I don't know anything about geography, except for the states that I go to all the time. Okay, it's not too bad. See, okay, I'm done. I'm done talking about famous landmarks. I know Mount Rushmore's in South Dakota. Now watch, y'all gonna prove me wrong on that one too. I'm done. Every time I say something, Rob comes in and proves me wrong. I know, like, famous landmarks that people would know. I know everything in Washington, D.C. Yeah, Professor Rob. Teaching geography. But I know, like, all the Washington Monument, or everything, all the monuments in Washington, D.C., I've went and seen them. All the war monuments and Holocaust Museum. So if you ever get a chance to go there, you won't be disappointed, I'll say that. It's kind of sad watching some of the videos, but you learn a lot. And then just all the war monuments are nice. I'm a big history buff. I don't know my geography, but I like history. I'm trying to think of some cool places that I've been. Maybe some people wouldn't know about. I know up in North Dakota, there's some pretty cool places up there. Yes, they do. They probably do have a lot of history. I love it up there. See, I did a lot of traveling when I was a kid. But the traveling I did was always down to Louisiana, Florida. With people that are like second parents to me. We would always go down to Louisiana. We got family down there, and then my mama and my papa, they were retired and had fifth wheel camper. For the wintertime, they'd go down to Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida. There's a retirement community down there, campground that they go to. So we'd go down there and visit them. So I did a lot of traveling to the south. But well, with schooling, I went to Indianapolis a little bit, but with my church group, we went to Kansas City, Missouri for convention, and then went out to Washington, D.C. with my church group too. We went out there and did like a homeless mission. We went out there and lived like homeless people. Served at the soup kitchen, and then went around and visited all the war memorials, the Lincoln Memorial, Capitol Hill, and there's a huge church out there that we visited too. Got to ride on that. Actually, Washington D.C. is the first time I ever rode on a subway train, which I'd be happy if I never had to ride on one again, because it's very hectic. 12 or 16 kids, all trying to get on the same subway car at the same time before the train left. So very hectic. But yeah, I would be happy if I'd never rode a subway again. But it was fun. It was a fun experience. Am I buffering? It doesn't say I'm buffering on my side, so I don't know why it's buffering on y'all's side. But let me know if I come back or if the audio or video gets really bad. Let me know. But Rob, like I said, I traveled a lot, but I normally travel to the same states. It wasn't until I became a truck driver that I started going to more and more states. That, and then when I married my wife, we had kids. So we've been to Gulf Shores, Alabama, which driving through Alabama is it's boring when you get down south Alabama, because it's nothing but interstate and farmland. But it's not bad. Alabama's a pretty state. When you the last hour towards Gulf Shores, there's nothing but empty fields or farm fields and interstate. That's it. You have nothing to look at. And then the first time I went out to the Midwest, because I've never really been west of Kentucky or Indiana before I became a truck driver. And one of my first runs by myself, they sent me out to Iowa, and I loved it. And then they sent me out to Nebraska, and it was better. It probably is YouTube, because it's not on my side. I'm having it's not giving me any warnings about anything. So, can y'all still hear me? Let me know if you can still hear me. booted. Huh. Like I said, I have nothing on my side, so I don't know why. One, I don't know why she got booted, and two, I don't know why it's buffering on y'all's side. I still don't know if y'all can hear me. So. YouTube is a little funny sometimes. It can be. But I'm trying to see if it'll work for me. Hopefully. Still buffering? Or is it came back? Yeah. Watching. If it's still buffering, then I need to fix it. Or try it. I don't know how to fix it. Now is it still buffering? Can you see that icon? Come back. This Dust Bunny or Professor Rob, can y'all hear me or see the stream? Miss Lisa, if you got back in here, can you hear or see the stream? It's still rolling for me. I have no problems on my side. It's not telling me that I have no problems. But it could be that I don't have enough signal keep it consistent or strong enough for the stream. But I don't know. We'll see. Keep going, see if I can get back. I'm in Henderson, North Carolina. I got about 42 minutes left. 44 miles. See if it comes back. Y'all can see it. We like that Verizon commercial. The old, was it old Verizon or Sprint? Can you hear me now? Anybody out there? Keep the stream going so if it comes back, y'all can see it. It'll pop back up and I won't have to find a new video. We got about 40 minutes left. We'll see. We'll see. Let me know when y'all can hear me or when it comes back. If I would, please. It should be, I don't know why it's not coming through. I still have decent service. It's not 5G, but still good service. Alright, y'all see me or hear me now? Still the same. Am I back? Or did I never come back? See me or hear me? Yeah. trying. Y'all are still out there. I'm still trying. It has to be YouTube, or it has to be the signal strength is not strong enough to keep the stream going or something. I don't know. It's still going on my side though, so I'll wait for somebody to comment about it being good or that I'm back or something. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Still buffering, or can y'all hear me? I wonder if I get closer to Durham, I'll be enough service for y'all to come back in the truck. Yay, the sister's back, which means I should be back, unless everybody left me. But I just saw that the sister's back. So the sister, can you see the screen? Can you hear the screen? Or is it just not there for me? That sucks, Miss Lisa. I'm glad you got it back to life. Working again. Miss Lisa, if you'll do a quality control for me, tell me how the stream looks and the audio sounds, greatly appreciate it. The way that you're answering this, it sounds like it's good. Alright. Well, that's good. I'm glad that my stream is doing good because I know it was still spending at one time and said that it was buffering, but it never said anything on my side. So. Well, I'm in Oxford, North Carolina, so about 30 minutes out. 13 minutes out. Not too bad. So I'm glad you was able to get back in the truck right along. Yeah, it never did anything on my side. It never said low quality, never said trying to reconnect or anything like that for me. So I think it was YouTube. It might have been that my service dropped down a little bit, so I wasn't getting enough. I didn't have enough service to get the stream pushed out there to YouTube, but on my side, it never said anything to me. So, which I'm glad. Too much longer, about 30 minutes or so. I'll stop the stream while I get loaded. If I have enough service, I'll start it back up and drive back to Indiana. Yeah, my wife said we've had that fight before, Miss Lucy. Cause I'm trying to be a nice guy, I'm trying to help everybody out. I did that once with a coworker. It was raining. She had to walk home, so I offered to take her home. My wife got mad. She said, "You're married now. You don't put other women in your cars." I think she'll make this exception. One thing I wish people would understand is that the space in front of me is not for you to just cut in front of me. It's a space cushion or safety cushion for me, because I don't rear end the car in front of me. People don't understand that though. Prime example right there. Luckily he got in front of me and sped up, but luckily I was paying attention. I was able to hit my brakes. If it was buffering and everything for Rob and Dust Bunny. Yeah, speaking of Rob, there it is. Rob, it is my headphones, Rob. There's no like noise cancellation on these earbuds. My other ones that's better was not working. Here that works because it's coming to the phone. So yes, I do have the AC on. I have to, Rob. It's 83 degrees, what the truck says. So gotta have the AC on. Thank you, Miss Susan. tell my wife all the time, I've been with her for 10 years. I'm not going to leave her now. An AC is a must. I watched a video this morning, a short video. This lady was making a video about things in an American house code that they don't have over in Britain that Britons think are weird. And one of the things was AC. A lot of houses over in Britain don't have AC. One reason why they don't have AC over in Great Britain is it doesn't get hot enough for AC over there. Another thing, they don't have screens on their windows. Okay, here we go. I'm back. That's because for some reason I lost service. Let me flip that. Alright, hope I don't get sick. And I'm here. There we go. Next time. I don't know why my phone lost it during the first split second. I couldn't get it back. I'm back. Black and white, not in, yes, I know my phone's upside down. Black and white, not black and black. I have a manhandle dog. Yes, I know, I'm fine. Didn't mean to make y'all sit. I had to see why I didn't have any internet there for a minute. I don't know why it's been doing that. Earlier it did that. Lost all service and then it came back. It was like a roller coaster. So hopefully the audio and video is still good. We only got about 20 minutes left anyway, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. I'm just glad that I can resume the stream and not have to start a new one. Yes, flat states like Texas and out west, I know a lot of the speed limit is 80. Even up in Michigan, there's part of the interstate that's 75. It's not 80, but it's 75, which is actually surprising for Michigan to me. A lot of the East Coast is 70 or 65, but I know out west there's a lot of states that are 80, 75 and 80. I figured Texas, with how flat it is for most of it, it'd be pretty high. It surprised me one time. I had to go pick up. Actually, that one night that I was playing with Lane and Wayne on snow running, right before Dust Bunny got on there, I had that tornado. There's an interstate right down the road from where I was at there that it did 75 miles an hour. Very surprising. I'm sure with the more advanced technology gets, the more advanced these cars and everything get, I wouldn't be surprised if the speed limits start getting higher. I just hope they don't get like the Autobahn over in Germany. There is no speed limit. North Carolina, which is in Durham County. Got about 15 miles to go. City and County of Durham, North Carolina. Also know that there's okay, so the beeping sound, I know I explained this earlier in the beginning of my live stream. I don't think anybody's on here really well. But the beeping, I got a radar on the front of my truck. Yes, it is a radar system. I have a radar in the front of my truck that shoots a laser out in front so far. Like that car right there in front of me is going 89 miles an hour. It tells me how fast the car in front of me is going. And if I am going faster than them, like that UPS truck was slowing down going uphill, he was going 60, I was going 62. He was just close enough for my truck to start beeping to tell me to slow down and back away from him. So that's what that beeping is. It's a safety feature on the trucks. On the internationals, like this international I'm driving, it's 2022 international. It beeps when you get too close. I drove Freightliner Cascadia and I drove a Kenworth T680. they had where when you get too close, it's not as obnoxious, but a message pops up on the screen, and it has a softer tone that it makes to let you know that you're too close to the car in front of you. The Internationals are the only ones that I know of that has the beeping that is very annoying. I do like that I have the radar, because like right now I have adaptive cruise control on. So if I do get too close to the car in front of me, eventually my truck will beep, but then it'll eventually hit my brakes and slow me down. I'm not real sure about the International, but I know the Freightliner, the adaptive cruise control in the Freightliner is really good. It will take you all the way down to 0 and bring you to a complete stop. Like if you're in rush hour traffic, it will stop you completely and then take off, and you don't have to hit the pedals at all. I didn't really use it in Chicago when I used to drive through Chicago, but I had a trainee who loved to use it in downtown Chicago during rush hour traffic. I didn't like to use it because it can be rough sometimes, but he liked to use it all the time in traffic. I use cruise control on the open highway. If I'm on surface streets or in traffic, I don't use the adaptive cruise control. That's what the beeping is. Sometimes it's annoying, but I can't turn it off. I also have another system on the truck that it's a lane departure warning. So if I hit any of the lines on either side of my lane without turning my blinker on, I'll get a visual message up on my screen on my dashboard telling me right line or left line, and I'll get a beeping on that side of the truck. The lane departure, it's not too bad. I can shut it off. I can only shut it off for 15 minutes at a time though, which is not bad. But the beeping, it gets annoying sometimes. But I've gotten used to it, and actually really I don't pay attention much to it anymore, because I've been driving this truck for almost 2 years. I've kind of gotten used to it. This truck also has it where it'll pick up speed limit signs and tell me if I'm speeding or not. I also have a Linux camera system on the truck that the company put in here that will tell me if I'm speeding sometimes too. The Linux camera system, some drivers don't like it. I don't mind it. I've had it before, but it shoots out the front of the windshield, but it also points back at me too, so it gets the whole cab. So if I hit somebody or somebody hits me or something, they say, oh well, he was texting or playing on his phone or whatever, they can look at the video and see exactly what I was doing. Which we've had drivers where they tried to lie their way out of it and tell us that they weren't on their phone or weren't doing this or that. The camera picked it up and said the opposite of what they were saying. And then we've had drivers that were accused of rear-ending somebody because they was texting, and come to find out that the car actually sped around them and got put on the slam with brakes, and the driver wasn't doing anything but driving. There's good and there's bad to it, but I don't mind it. earlier I said I hope they upgrade me to a new Freightliner here soon. Another reason why I want the new Freightliner is because they have it now. This year they're getting new trucks that when we turn on our left blinker on our outside mirror, there'll be a screen up in the corner that'll pop up and show us there'll be a camera on the bottom of our mirror pointing straight back. When we turn our left blinker, that screen will come on and we can see what that camera sees, so we can see all the way down the side of our trucks. I think that's really cool. And then I know next year, 2026, they're going to start putting cameras on the back of our trailers and installing screens in our trucks. So when we hook up to the trailers, when we hook our electric up to our trailer, it'll feed into that camera feed. So when we put our trucks in reverse, that camera will flip on and we can see what's behind our trailer, which would be nice. Granted, a lot of the new drivers will rely on that too much. You need to be able to back up a trailer without knowing what's back there safely. But that camera system will be nice. It's going to spoil the crap out of everybody. But that beep you just heard was saying that I was going over the speed limit. Which speed limit is 55 and I was going 59. It's not like I was flying through here. Yeah, if I do get a truck like that though, I will I'll have to show you all that somehow. I need to get more cameras so I can put them around my truck. Thought about getting another camera and trying to figure out how to live stream with it along with the front facing camera, but put it on my passenger seat or something, have it pointing at my passenger mirror, so y'all can kind of, when I make turns, it'll show that mirror and y'all can kind of see how the trailer turns and stuff. I gotta figure that out though. I'm not that smart. Not yet, at least. I'll figure it out. See, in traffic like this, I don't use that adaptive cruise control because it's too rough. And technically, in towns like this, you're not supposed to use jake brake, or not a jake brake, engine brake. But with my truck having an exhaust and not stacks, my engine brake is very quiet. Yes, ma'am, you have a wonderful rest of your day, Miss Lisa. I'll try to stream later, but I'll let you know if I do or not. Thank you. I will try to be safe. But what I was saying was, I have an exhaust, so my exhaust is under my truck, not stacks on the back. So my engine brake is not as loud as semi trucks that have the stacks. So I can kind of get away with using my exhaust or my engine brake in small towns and cities and stuff. Try not to use it, but I have to. Just level 1. Don't go over level 1. Actually, I don't know if y'all can hear my engine brake. I can hear it. I don't know if y'all can though. It'd be nice if y'all could, because then y'all know what I'm talking about with the engine brake and stuff. I doubt that y'all can. Think skinny. I don't know why they put those poles in there. Think skinny. Okay, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and at my spot. I'll be back on here after I get loaded up and back out on the road. I'll see y'all again.